Dudes Reviews. Dudes Reviews. Dudes Reviews. Dudes Reviews is back. Hey guys, how are you?
Hey Jay. Hi Jay.
Thank you so much for taking some time out to give us a buzz. Congratulations on Firepower. I mean, God, 50 years of rocking the globe. Glenn and Ian in particular. When you guys started, did you ever dream that the Priest would become so big and have such great longevity throughout the history of rock music?
I didn't expect to be alive at this point. In Judas Priest and have a number 5 album in the States.
Yeah, some of the stunts we've pulled, we've come pretty close to that over the years.
Yeah, congratulations on that. You know, I noticed, looking back at history, you know, growing up as a kid and seeing all the videos from the Turbo album, you guys, I mean, you play Turbo, but no really other material from that kind of point in time with Judas Priest, where it really seemed like you guys had maybe softened up the edges a little bit and became a little bit more mainstream. Is there truth to that? And was there something that was done purposely to maybe harden it up to really, you know, appeal to the hardcore Priest fans after Turbo?
No, I think, you know, we've always enjoyed experimenting. Turbo, in one way, with the synth guitars and that, we were taking a bit of a risk. We knew that, but anybody that's seen us play Turbo live wouldn't say it was lightweight at all. You know, They'd say, so many people have come back and said, you know, I didn't like the album that much at the time, and I can see what you're trying to do now. And that's what the bands have been all about: is trying to extend the borders to give ourselves more room to maneuver and give other bands more room to maneuver as well. And you know, we've always been loud and proud a heavy metal band, but that doesn't mean to say you can't have melody in there or a song, you know, the contrast like Eat Me Alive, Last Rose of Summer, there couldn't be anything further apart, and yet it's still Judas Priest. And so the rules are there to be broken, and we've always broken them, but we've always been loud and proud and flew the flag for heavy metal.
Now, Glenn, you appeared on stage the other night in Jersey. Are you on the road every day with the band and performing with the rest of the guys on good days, or do you have like specific dates picked out to come out and possibly perform?
No, it was that was the first time, you know, I'd done it, and I'm not sure from this point where I'm going or what I'm doing. Depends on my health really and other circumstances. There's a lot of things we have to take into account, but I'm sure that I shall be appearing again. And,
okay. All right.
It was a great moment for me.
Now, Richie, your first gig with the band was back in 11 on American Idol. Did you find it weird to be playing on such a platform as American Idol with such an iconic metal band as really your coming out experience?
Of course, and I mean, to all of us, I think it made complete sense. You know, Priest, as Glenn just said, has always flown the flag for metal. And, you know, we had a new tour, a new guitar player, obviously, myself, and I think it was viewed 30 million times in the US alone. And
wow.
If that's not flying the flag for metal, I don't know what is. So it was a perfect, showcase really for the band and for heavy metal, and just flying the flag, getting metal out there.
Now, Glenn, back to you. Could you say, looking at the catalog of the Priest, what the most difficult Priest song is to play live?
Not really, because if you're talking about, my Parkinson's, that's more coordination problems than the speed. So it's nothing to do with the speed, really.
Okay.
Although there is a limitation on the speed I can get up to. It's more really about coordination. So some songs that you'd think would be difficult to play are quite easy, and vice versa. Some nights, it's I have good days and bad days. So
okay.
That's the nature of the beast, and I've got to live with it.
Sure. Now, Ian, we haven't heard from you too much during the interview here. After so many years, is there a song, Ian, that you have to play because fans demand it, that in all honesty you could live the rest of your lives without ever playing it again? Like Living After Midnight or something that you just have to play to close every night?
Oh yeah, there's a few of those songs. And when you're putting a set list together, if you do think, are we going to do this one again? But as soon as you hit the first couple of chords of that song, and you see the fans' reaction, and and it's magical. Every time you play those songs, that Living After Midnight, Another Thing Coming, there's a string of fans' favourites there that are fixtures in the set list, and for very good reason.
Nice. Sad Wings of Destiny was the first Priest album I ever purchased, and still to this day I can listen to it back and forth and over and over again. Any chance you guys might pull from the archives a bit more on this tour as the tour goes on and pull out stuff like Beyond the Realms of Death or Victim of Changes or Diamond and Rust, Dreamer Deceiver, Genocide, something like that?
It's possible. It's a bit of a nightmare, though, there's so much material to get, just an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of music out of all of that material. It gets more difficult with each album.
Right.
And of course, like you were saying, that there's certain fixtures in the set list that we'd get stoned to death if we didn't play.
Of course.
So you have to make holes to put the new material in, and every time you do, you're dropping someone's favourite.
Yeah.
But we do like to shake things up from time to time. We're doing things on this tour that we haven't done for a long time. One song we have never done in Saints in Hell. That's a unique thing.
We're doing the Ripper off Sad Wings, aren't we?
Oh, of course. Yeah, there you go. We're doing the Ripper.
Ripper off Sad Wings.
Yeah, very cool.
We considered doing... I'm drawing a mental blank now. What's the other...
Oh, Tyrant.
Tyrant.
We spoke about doing off the Sad Wings. Yeah.
Oh, I'd love that. I would love that. The closest you guys are going to come to us is August 21st, Las Vegas, for the Las Rages Fest. Do you find it tough playing the Silver State here in Nevada since the whole big suicide trial so many years ago? And have you ever played Better By You, Better Than Me live since the whole Reno incident?
We actually played it in Reno just after the court case, just to prove a point.
Did you really?
Guess what? Nobody went out and killed themselves.
And no, we've got no problem playing there. We're so supportive of the people at the hotels we stayed in during the court case, and that they all rallied around, and I think they were all a bit embarrassed by it. So
yeah,
we had a tremendous amount of support from everybody.
Well, congratulations on the new album, Firepower, and as everyone is saying, I mean, it is astounding how relevant this album is here in the year 2018, and the charts are proving that too. I mean, you guys have got a top 5 debut, I think the highest in Priest history, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
Well, congratulations.
I think that they're a band of sort of 50 years stature.
Yeah.
And still be popular and relevant enough, to get a top 5 finish like that. It's an amazing achievement, really.
Very cool. Well, Glenn, I got my fingers crossed that we will see you down in Las Vegas. It's definitely a cool city to come and hang out and visit and do a show. And that'll be a big show. It's a big festival show with Saxon and a bunch of great bands on that bill. So can't wait to see Judas Priest back here in Nevada. Thanks very much for the call, guys.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Bye.